logistics analyst. And the general goal I want is to inform my audience just of the overall career. Specifically, I want to inform my audience on the details of being a logistic analyst. So, daily responsibilities, pay scale, growth opportunities, and I also want to explain how theology and being a logistics analyst can go together on a daily basis. My thesis for my speech is going to be becoming a logistics analyst will fulfill your desire for job security, exceptional pay, expanding knowledge of computers, and strengthening critical thinking and communication skills while simultaneously honoring God with honesty and helping others. Why did I choose the career field that I chose? I'm an analytical thinker with an entrepreneurial mindset. I have a passion for math, problem solving, and computers. And I was looking for an extremely rewarding but challenging career. When you're a logistics analyst, you're studying those parts and you're figuring out how to make those parts better, to make it flow better, to give out a better outcome, a more efficient or just a more accurate outcome. That in itself is already proving these to be correct and, living the lifestyle based off of these quotes right here. A speech on being a logistics analyst is perfect for this audience. As we are all students of Liberty University, our career paths are changing the more information that we're gathering. It helps us make better decisions for us and what we want to go into later on in life. And so the more you know, the more of a proper decision you can make, right? So this being an informational speech is going to teach our classmates about being a logistics analyst, and maybe this is a good career field for you to go into and you never thought about it before. So it gives you a different outlook. The topic is going to be addiction. Generally, I want to persuade my audience to be able to recognize different types of addiction, whether tangible or mental, and how they are really just a codependency that we have on what God already intended to be imperfect. Specifically, I want to persuade my audience to believe that addiction is a problem that can be partially remedied if we let go of instant gratification and we give our worries, that codependency, onto God. My thesis for my speech is going to be addictions are partly remedied in a God-honoring way by ridding yourself of the desire for instant gratification and giving your codependency to God. Giving me a different perspective. Answering these questions have already given me a different perspective on addictions and how to spot them. Specifically, this talks about casting your anxieties, your fears, your anything that worries you. There's another version that says cast all your worries onto him, for he cares, right? When we live through this life, one thing that we have noticed is when we're not stressed about things, when we kind of let things just be what they are, it takes a lot of stress off of us and it brings us peace, believe it or not. If we follow this, right, we have addictions. I think a lot of people have addictions in this world, whether they're, once again, tangible or intangible. Once we're able to realize what those are, and we learn where they stem from, and we give that to God, we are so just stressless. And I'm learning how to decipher between what's an addiction and what's not. I'm also sharing that information with you guys, so I get to teach y'all how to decipher between what's an addiction and what's not. And there's a quote that says, they don't care how much you know unless they know how much you care. So if I'm sharing personal experiences with you through this speech, I think a lot of people tend to learn from personal experiences, from that relatability, that builds credibility on top of that. And then we can be urged to get closer to God, so we can figure out how we're going to let these go so we are no longer bound by addictions.